Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Otakuology Podcast. I'm your host, Otaku Mike. With me, as always, is my heterosexual life partner and podcast brother, Jin. With us, we have a special guest today, Dan from the Gotham City Lights Podcast. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? Thanks for having me, fellas.
Yeah. Dan is a fellow YouTuber and podcaster, and somebody who I consider to be a really good friend, I would say, over the interwebs. But Dan, tell us exactly who you are.
Well, I'm Dan, and if you haven't noticed, I am Canadian, so it makes me a little bit more unique. But yeah, a little bit about me is I started my YouTube career in cards and hockey talk, actually.
Oh,
So I was
interesting.
a hockey podcaster for a while, and then my passion for comics kind of got reunited, and I've been doing comics for almost a year now.
Okay. So, what was it like being in the hockey card area of YouTube and slash podcasting? Uh, was it way different than comic books?
So, the hockey card and hockey community, I would call it, is way different. It's more instead of showing people who you are, people are looking at your hands opening up cards. So
Mm,
they're looking at the cards and not the person.
no.
So I kind of veered away from doing card openings because that got expensive. Like cards just got outrageous, and I wasn't paying those prices for them because you were paying up to like $80 for a box of 4 packs, and that 4 packs had like 6 cards in it.
Oh wow, that's insane
Right.
prices.
Yeah, so it's like no. So I'm a huge hockey fan. I coach hockey, played hockey, everything like
Hmm.
that. So I started into this podcast thing, and my hockey channel really took off then
Uh,
because I know hockey inside out. I'm Canadian. I live and breathe it. So that was really good. That took off. I had some really big guests on there. Like I had NHL play-by-play announcers, some old retired NHL players. I would talk with the community about hockey, give
uh-huh.
my thoughts on it, answer questions. That was fun, but my passion for that was dragging down my real passion for coaching, and I just had to veer away from that. And I got back into comics, and I've been loving doing comics since.
Nice. So how long have you been coaching exactly?
I've been coaching for 5 years now.
Is it like a Pee-wee team or
So
like?
I coach the same kids from age U9, and they are all now age U18.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So you're with them for a while then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm picturing Gordon Bombay from the Mighty Ducks at the moment. To be
Yeah,
honest,
you'd be correct.
Dan got in with a DUI.
Oh my gosh.
He did community service.
Well, it is community service based, so
Yeah.
I'll give you that part.
Right?
That's basically my hockey knowledge is everything from Mighty Ducks. But I love hockey. I love watching it from time to time. Um, but yeah, that's really cool that you have that passion, or you got that passion back. Because
Which
go ahead.
which passion did you have first? Was it the hockey or was it the comics and then you came back to like comics later on or something like that?
So I was collecting comics in the New 52 era and then stopped because life happens. I moved and there's no comic shops where I moved and everything. But hockey's always been there. I played it as a kid growing up, and my dad would coach me, and my dad played hockey. So it's in my blood to play hockey. I
Yeah.
actually had a scholarship to go play for university, but turned it down because
Okay.
I didn't know what I wanted to take. I didn't want to spend that person's money and not know what I wanted to take. So
Mm,
hockey's always been there, and I've always had a passion to teach younger
yeah.
kids and younger adults the game the right way. So that's always been there, but comics have been there too. It just took a hiatus, and then my good friend, who Mike, Paul in the 619, is like,
Yeah.
Dan, because I told him I was going to get back to it. He's like, I'm going to send you something. So what got me really back into comics is Sam and Twitch, believe it or not.
Oh, the Spawn spinoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you, what were your thoughts about the new 52 when that rolled out?
So I loved the new 52. There was one comic run in there that I loved more than the others, and probably not a lot of people know it, but it is Gotham by Midnight.
Mm.
That was my favorite run out of all the new 52. I collect that faithfully. I still have that from issue 1 to issue 12, I think it is.
Was that the Jonah Hex book?
No, it's
No.
Gotham by Midnight is something totally different. It's detectives, but
Okay.
they're battling like paranormal side of Gotham.
Oh, I got it mixed up with All Star Western. Sorry, my bad.
But yeah, we had the first appearance of Spectre in that for like Batman, that run there. So it was really cool. I loved that because I love the paranormal side to it, and then like the cop side. So when Paul sent me Sam and Twitch, that really got me passion back into it. But I've had Gotham by Midnight with me ever since.
Nice, nice. That's cool to hear. As you know, as collectors, we get in and out of this hobby, and sometimes it can be a little daunting to jump back in. Sometimes, you know, when you're trying to get back into it and trying to relearn what happened before. I jumped out of comics for a good like 12 years when I got back into it, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna dive back into it and see how it
Right.
is.
Well, right. I mean, see, and I think it's pretty funny that you do that, and sometimes you're almost entering in like uncharted waters because you may be coming back with a hero or something that you really love, and then you're like, I'm like 20 issues behind on this thing, so now you got to find the first 20.
Yeah,
Go
it
ahead.
was coming back into it was kind of scary, but luckily I had people who kind of like slowly brought me back into it, like slowly, like check this one out, check this one out. They're like, who did you like? What was your thing that you liked? So maybe start like there and go. So
Mhm.
with the Gotham by Midnight, it was Batman. I loved Batman.
Mhm.
So I slowly started picking up Batman titles. And Batman is one of those ones, even if you're out of the game for years, you pick a Batman story up and you know exactly where it's going to be.
Mm. Speaking of the Marvel Batman, let's talk about your hatred for Wolverine.
Oh, yes.
How can you hate on your fellow Canadian?
Oh, my God. Wolverine, him,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Who else? There's another one. Superman. Those three characters I cannot stand, and I think it's because they're pushed so much that it just drives me nuts. Like everywhere you look, like Wolverine had like 6 titles out. Spider-Man has like 12. Superman has like 8. I'm like, no, these guys are not for me. Their stories really don't click with me. Like Batman clicks with me. He's a normal person who just has money and tech.
I don't see that as a normal person because most normal people aren't quadrillionaires. But I mean, it is what it is. But wouldn't you say that is kind of like Batman as well? Because there are so many different Batman titles at the moment.
Yeah, but the Batman titles are more interesting.
Okay.
Superman
Okay.
Superman is a guy flying around with laser vision, superpower strength, and then he's an alien basically. Wolverine, he's a fellow Canadian, but I don't know, the X-Men just do not click with me. I don't know if it's Marvel or if it's the writing, but they just don't click with me like Batman does.
I have to tell you, I'm laughing really hard because like X-Men is Mike's favorite.
I know.
and you like dogging on him. I'm like, oh my gosh, Mike's like, oh no.
Here's the thing. Yes, I love the X-Men, but there are times where I adamantly hate the X-Men.
Mike will be the first one to tell you I think the first way I met Mike was he did a Wolverine book, and I was like, please, no more Wolverine books. I commented that on one of his videos.
He did. And I was like, just for that, we're going to have more Wolverine books.
You're like, no, that's a pass for me, buddy. Like,
no, because like, I love the X-Men, and I love like what they stand for with like diversity and stuff. You know, we fight for the injustice and stuff for those who are different and, you know, and marginalized and stuff. And I think that still holds like true to what they are. It's just they're just written really bad at the moment.
Yeah,
they're not good.
See, I think what makes me resonate to Batman is he's doing it for his city and really not him. He's like city motivated. He's doing this to protect the city that he loves, that he grew up in. But that city also took away something that means a lot to him, which was his family.
True.
So I think that the family ties and the city ties really hit me, like, because as a coach, like, I give back to my community. That's my biggest thing. That's what I do this on my free time to coach these kids. I put my own money into this for paying for tournaments or giving gear to someone who can't afford it. So I think that's what really resonates me to Batman, because he's taking in these Robins off the street and stuff like that.
You could say you're like the hockey Batman.
The hockey Batman. I love it.
Batman Bombay.
Yeah, Batman Bombay right there. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a hockey Batman out there, you know? Well, I guess more like Casey Jones, maybe. A nicer, less violent Casey Jones.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jen, sorry. What were you going to say?
Are there any, like, off shots from those ones that you like? Like, maybe not like standard Spider-Man, but maybe like Miles Morales.
There's one Spider-Man that I really like, and that's Spider-Gwen. I've been really enjoying the Spider-Gwen series, and I think it's because she's a newer-ish character, but I don't know, that one really resonates with me.
How so?
I don't know. It's just she's different, I guess.
Just different, yeah.
Yeah, it's just different. It's not a bajillion different Peter Parkers. It's just one Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, that's true. And then until they spun her off into like Gwenpool and stuff.
Yeah.
What about like X-23 or like Superboy?
So there is one X-Men person I like, and if you know me, you know who it is, and that's Psylocke. I really love Psylocke. I think she is probably one of the most underrated X-Men, but one of the best X-Men, because she's a trained assassin. She's got telekinesis. She got a wicked katana, and just, I don't know, she's super underrated, and she is one of my favorites.
I mean, she is kind of a product of the 90s. I wouldn't say she's underrated at all. But she's also a British girl trapped in an Asian girl's body. You always forget that. I don't think Psylocke's, I mean, she's able to like hold her own in like solo titles, like here and there, like sporadically. And she's always on like those different teams and stuff. I would say she's like a mid-carder almost.
Yeah, she's wrestling's mid-card going for the U.S. title.
Yeah. Dan gets my wordage right there. Dan understands. But yeah, what about like female Wolverine? Do you like X-23? No? Is it because she's Wolverine Light?
What?
Is it because she's like Wolverine Light?
Yeah. It's just a girl version of Wolverine. I think Wolverine would be great if he didn't talk.
Well, Dan, I have the perfect comic for you. It's called Ultimate Wolverine.
Yeah, but he talks in that eventually.
Yeah, you can just read like the first like 8 issues. He doesn't talk after. He talks only in the first 8 issues.
But
It's
yeah, I
true.
think that's my biggest thing is he talks like, and he doesn't even talk like a Canadian. He talks like a, I don't even know, like a selfish,
He talks like a cowboy.
neurotic person. Like it's him or no one else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that
Yeah,
for sure.
you can, bub.
Bub, I'm the best. What is it? I'm the best. I forget what he says, and I'm a fan of Wolverine. I forget what he says. Um, but yeah, but moving on to like your YouTube channel and like the creative process of your YouTube channel. What was your thoughts going into it, like when you created your comic book YouTube channel?
So when I first created it, my thoughts were, okay, I'm just going to show off my comics like
Mm-hmm.
everyone else does, right? Just have your new comic book day, show off your comics, do shorts on the comics I picked up. And then I was like, okay, so we're doing that. I was like, this is fun, but everyone's doing it. So I need to like kind of stand out a little bit from everyone else. I want to make it so people will come check out me, but because of a different way, different thing. So actually, what started off really great is some of the people from the car community still come and follow me to this day, which
Mm-hmm.
is amazing to see because they moved over with me in the transition.
Yeah.
So they've been with me since day one with that. So I've been super proud with that and super positive with them because they didn't have to, but they did.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, go ahead.
that's awesome. You ever like sometimes like when you're showing like your comic books off, there's like a hockey card like right in the middle.
No,
Be like, hey
I got
guys,
rid
look.
of all my hockey cards. So there's another YouTuber that was starting out. I like kept the ones that like I collect and sentimental to me. But like there's another one of my friends starting out. So I sent him all those. I was like, here, this is going to help you start out your collection. So I sent him that, and he's been slowly getting into the YouTube. He doesn't do videos or anything yet because he's going to build up his inventory first.
Mm.
So all those went to that, and then that money he gave me, I went into comic books.
Mm.
Nice. Nice. Um, how big is your collection at the moment for comics? Do you know the exact number?
It is 5 short boxes full.
Okay, that's quite a bit. That is quite a bit of comics.
And
That's
I
pretty
still have to
good
buy
for a
another
year.
one.
That's pretty good for like a year worth of books, or right? You've been collecting
Yeah,
for over a
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have been some of like your favorite videos to experiment with doing YouTube?
That's a good one. One of my favorites is one that I did, and you were on it coming out this week. Is underrated indies. It's 3 indie comics that I pick that I don't think you're getting enough light of day or might get passed over in your local LCS or online or wherever you get your comics. And I pick these 3, read them, and I give you a 5-star rating on them on if you should get it. That has been one of my favorite series. And then one of my absolute favorites, and it shows by the work and effort I put into it, not only me but my great co-host and guest, is Gotham City Lights Podcast on Friday
Mm-hmm.
nights. That is my baby and my pride and joy because it is a podcast dedicated to just Batman. And
So,
no one else is doing anything like this.
uh
Like
huh.
a lot of the podcasts you see or the lives that you should see is all just people hanging out, talking, showing comic books or talking movies,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing is centered around one thing. And I want to really set myself apart from the other people. And so this really came to me. I was like, I love Batman. There's got to be more people out there who love Batman. So I found 4 great co-hosts, Cali Comics, Paul and 619, and Real Rude, who are 3 of my really good friends. And from the very first episode, it gelled and it's been going strong. And we've been slowly building this thing into something bigger.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what? I know you love a Batman, but you had also a show before. Was it The Lookout?
Yeah, The Lookout.
Yeah, because I remember you were doing The Lookout, and that was kind of gaining steam. It looked like, and then you just kind of you like abruptly switched. It seemed like. Was it just because it just kind of got stale, or
So The Lookout was good, but my co-host there kind of had to take a break.
okay,
Hmm.
okay,
And that's all fine.
hmm
And also we were doing all new number ones, and as you know, sometimes number ones don't come out very often.
yes,
So it was hard. It was good at first, then it got harder to kind of pick the books for new number ones,
hmm
and then you don't want to do it without your co-host. You two built that, right?
yeah,
So when they say, okay, I need to take a break, it's too much. Okay, that's fine. So,
yeah,
but I wanted to still continue to do lives because I love
hmm
it. It's something I'm passionate about. And so Gotham City Lights, I did that. And that one is probably going to run until the end of my YouTube career.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. No, it seems like you really do have a passion for it. I would say it's pretty cool that you continued. You kind of pivoted in a sense when it comes to live streams, because yeah, I mean there you could say you could hit like a glass ceiling with having number ones each and every week. That's pretty hard to keep up with sometimes,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think you pivoted in a very good direction, in my personal opinion. And because it is, as somebody who has done a podcast by themselves, it is very hard to do a podcast by yourself.
Well, I can tell you all about that because the hockey one I did was just me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So the hockey one I did was just me. So I had to book the guests, I had to set up the show, had to do up all the slides and everything. And then you have the times where your guests could just cancel abruptly.
hmm
And so you're
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay,
true.
what do I do? So I think that one really helped me with this one because it showed me a lot. I got to be more structured. I got to have a backup plan. I got to have stuff done earlier just in case, and then a backup on that in case something goes wrong or goes south.
Yeah.
But luckily, all my guests I had were really good and they would always be there. And if not, they would reschedule for the next Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when I was doing my podcast, I always felt like I was talking into a void, even though I had like really good like dedicated fan base when I was doing my podcast, and it was odd because I had nobody else to bounce off of,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it gets old really fast. Even though I did like 70 something episodes of the podcast, and occasionally I'll bring it back from time to time, whenever it's not on indefinite hiatus and stuff. But like I totally understand like that, but I feel like we all have that need as creative people to create something, and I do feel like you're moving in a good direction,
Hell yeah.
to be
And like
honest.
once you find something that you're either passionate about or you've been liking and you know it's going to click, you want
Yeah,
to do everything you can to try to make that better, or even implement little things here and there. So, like you've been on my podcast, Gotham City Lights. I
yeah,
run that very structured. It's not
yeah,
like a hangout. It's four guys, yeah, and they're hanging out, having fun. But the structure of how the show rolls, it's what really makes it because no one's over talking everyone. So everyone knows, like, I'm going to go first, and then Callie, you go, and then Rude, you go. And
hmm
everyone's got time where they can just speak. Yeah,
yeah,
when you get excited, and you guys probably know this, you get excited, and they're like, no, 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 like, this is what happens. You're going to have interruptions, but
yeah,
that's what makes it fun, too. You get great content from that as well, or even when you're arguing on stream, or our biggest thing, which has been the biggest tagline ever, and Mike was there for that, is called Chocolate Batman. And we found this and we're going to give it away on an episode.
So do you want to explain to my co-host what chocolate
Chocolate
Batman
Batman.
is?
So we were doing an episode And I always do a toy pre-sale. That's what we do. It's all Batman, so it's all
Okay.
Batman toy pre-sales. So I found this Batman, and it's like copper color, and it's just a copper color. And the first words out of my panelist's mouth was, "That's chocolate Batman." And so that short that we did from that is still growing. That's at 2K views right now because people are loving it. And my co-host Callie Comics actually bought two of them, and we're going to give one away in our episode 20 to everyone who's in the chat.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
To be fair, that first picture you showed us of that Batman figure, it looked really bad. And it did look like chocolate. Once you look at like the actual figure, it actually looks like a bronze, like painted bronze or copper.
Okay.
Yes. So
yeah,
I think it was
it's
the
making
picture.
me think of like, I think it was from the Superman animated series, but he had a guy that was like a copper guy. That was an action figure that came out, and that's kind of what I'm imagining, but as a Batman.
You'd be correct. You'd be correct. Like this thing, the picture did do it justice. And even when Callie holds it up to show it, it still doesn't do it justice because it still looks like chocolate Batman. Like even the chat has fun with it. Like we'll hold it up and look like, what is it? Stuff in the middle of it? Like, can we eat it? So it's great.
Yeah.
Get your chat engaged too. It's something fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Y'all might have to buy just a really cool Batman figure and paint him brown. Just be like, it's what we got, a chocolate Batman, okay?
Yeah, it's been, that show has been probably the best show. And like analytics wise, it grows every Friday. And Fridays, if you don't know, on for comic books, there is everybody streaming on Friday nights.
Yeah.
So we're like at a time where like there's like 7 or 8 streams going on, but we hold 10 to 15 people throughout the whole stream from the start to the finish, and it slowly keeps growing, which is even better to see.
Yeah, I personally feel like y'all have hit something that was actually like a niche in the live stream slash podcast for comics, because I do feel like a lot of comic shows that are live end up becoming the same thing unless you have something like really out there when it comes to like some kind of idea for a show. Um, as somebody who has watched a bunch of them, I feel like yours is like uh, a step
Unique.
ahead, a step ahead and unique. Yes, yeah. Which leads into my other question. Have you had any like ups and downs, like learning how to do stuff when it comes to podcasting and whatnot?
Yeah, so our biggest challenge is we put it on Spotify now, and a couple of the guests really like to use the F bomb. So like we've been trying to kind of like veer away from using it so much. But I mean, it happens, and we put it for 18 and up. But I mean, we're as we grow, we're still growing and learning too, like what works, what doesn't. So like we meet every week. Us four, we meet, we talk, and we bounce ideas off each other to see
Mm-hmm.
what we can either add or what we can take away or what we think might be good for the viewer. Like we started to do where there's less Batman titles on for that week. We did a poll, so we're going to bring in some back issue stuff to read and
Mm-hmm.
do a review on it. So like I have a poll up right now with 4 Batman titles, and the top 2 titles that get voted are going to be added on to this week's show.
Nice.
Because we want to do it more like engaging. We want people to engage with us too.
Yeah.
So, and then we're going to get merch that's going to be coming soon. I'm just waiting on the prototype shirt, but we're going to debut them. Once we debut them, you'll be able to get hats, t-shirts, sweaters, stickers, everything like that.
That's somebody like I know who's on this podcast who is currently doing merchandise
Whatever. Um, yeah, I have some shirts for like Bard's Tavern and stuff. That's my D&D and board game kind of Instagram thing that I do.
Nice.
Um, so we have that. Right now, I just went through doing like a better business card. Obviously, since like some of the cons and stuff will be like TTRPG based, I was like, I don't like giving business cards because I feel like you just end up with them in your pocket and then you never look at them again, or
Yeah.
you forget about them. So I wanted to make something that a lot of people would enjoy. Uh, so it's like a little like 16 page like little notebook with a stamp for Bard's Tavern on it, and then a QR code to my link tree.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, and I was like, how do I came up with the idea because I was like, well, how do I make it like better? How do I make it more engaging, kind of like what you said earlier, for people to come around and do that? So um we can't all give out chocolate Batmans, damn it.
So like me, my thing is I'll know that when we made it, when I see someone wearing my t-shirt or my hat, or because I know that's going to bring it out to more people. But if you don't know me, like I love to promote. Like if you go to my Instagram, you see like I have promoting videos like dropping like every 4 to 6 hours, telling people, "Hey, go check this out. Hey, go check us out on Friday nights." We have an Instagram for just this show where I put shorts up a day ahead, so you get like kind of a sneak preview of the short that's going to drop on YouTube. Spotify, that's where we're trying to learn and grow a bit more. Mike actually helped me get into that. I mean, we got 6 followers right now and 10 downloads, so I call that a win for right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think like
That's
we're
one of my
slowly
things.
growing and it's
Yes.
slowly taking off, and I'm not one to rush it. I want it to grow natural. I don't want it to grow like overnight. I'd like it to grow natural and have the same people who've been there with us grow with us too.
Yeah. No, I totally get that sentiment. Like that's something that I think we can all agree on, that we all try and have those people stick around, because like you get to know the people that are in your audience, especially like the same names when they pop up,
Yeah.
and you can go back to like the conversation you had last week, or maybe you remember a conversation you had with them a month ago, and then you can come back to it in a show because you're like, yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I mean, I completely, and those are people that you can kind of rely on to give you good questions if you take any like that. So
Yeah, and those people are the ones that are really going to grow your show because they're going to spread the word out there. They're going to go to another live stream and go, "Oh man, you should go check out Dan's live stream. He talks about Batman if you love Batman."
Yeah. No, most definitely. Or they find you in a random bookstore one day and notice you. Like
Yeah.
that's true. Mike had that happen.
Like that happened to me one time. And I was like, what the hell's going on right now? People actually watch me on YouTube?
But yeah, like it's like the old saying that goes, hard work pays off.
Yeah.
And the more you work hard at something, the more it pays off. Like my show, I can't do without my co-hosts or the people in the chat. Like it is community based driven. Like Fridays, I have a thing on Instagram where you send in your Batman covers or Batman related covers, and I have a guest who picks a winner, and that winner gets the community shout out. So last week we've had 17 people put in comic covers, and on Instagram today we dropped a video for everyone who entered in a comic saying thank you and everything. And we're doing that next week for the debut on the channel, so it'll be a video for everyone who posted in a cover, because we wanted to make it, hey, it's not just this guy who won, but all you guys won because you entered in this.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Yeah, and that's something I feel like aside from like doing giveaways and stuff, which a lot of them tend to be like, oh, come show up and we'll give you this book. But like it really like has like audience interaction.
Yeah,
I feel like because I watch and I don't always comment, but like I'll be in the live and I'll be like I'll see like all the people show up, all the same people show up, even new people show up.
yeah,
Which it's cool. It's cool to see, and I like that y'all are getting more comfortable behind the mic and y'all are getting that rapport that like some people just can't grasp that. It's like, and some people it doesn't come natural to, and they might not feel comfortable doing it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
like last Friday, if you watch, I'll be brutally honest, we ripped apart Harley Quinn and Harley and Ivy comic. Like we ripped those two apart badly.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
we were
I was
honest
there.
with it.
I saw it. Yeah, and that's one thing I feel like you kind of have to be is honest when you're doing something, because if you're not and you're putting on like a face for like your audience, like I feel like 90% of the people can tell that, oh, like this person is not genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like me as a creator, like I have to be genuine 100%. If I wasn't like, truthful or anything like that, when covering something, like I feel like people can tell, especially when you're on YouTube and stuff.
That's true.
I find the biggest thing with YouTube creators, not all of them, some of them are there just so they can get the videos so they can get paid. And then everything else is like, oh, sponsorship. I got to talk this up so good so I get the sponsorship and get more money and more views. To me, it's not about that. It's about having fun, number one, making good, entertaining product that's going to keep people engaged for number two, and three, building a community place where you can come hang out, joke around, or listen to what I have to say about a comic or Callie has to say about a comic, or being acknowledged. Like if you've ever been in the chat, we all acknowledge you as soon as you come in. I'll put your thing up on screen so you can see it, and all the guys will say, hey, what's going on, Robert? Or hey, Mike, what's going on?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, that's one thing I like is like the community base, because like when Jen and I were doing YouTube, because we both had separate YouTube channels, and that's how we met, was through YouTube.
Yeah,
we were all about like the manga community, and like that like ended up imploding in on itself at the time, because it was all about who could one up each other, who could get those sponsors, who could get monetized and stuff. It was a very, very competitive, cutthroat at the time like community to be a part of.
Yeah.
And
I think that's every community though. Every community has, I find, like different kind of, I don't want to say groups, but different communities in the community.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like when we made the move from YouTube into more of the general podcasting stuff, like, it is making an audience, but it's like making your audience, and you make your friends and everything as you're going. But that whole thing is, it may be other creators, but that you're all kind of like enjoying each other's content and stuff. So, like, somebody's not there to try and like figure out how to like get at you or do something. It's somebody that's there to enjoy the content and the conversation that you're having. So yeah, I think whenever we did podcasting stuff, that was probably one of the best things that we actually ever did.
That's true. And then I decided to come back to YouTube, and then
like a fool.
And then I ripped him when he was posting about Wolverine.
Right?
Look, okay.
It was like, rip about Wolverine. You know what? Let's be friends. Okay.
Look.
Just so you know, I like Wolverine.
Look, we all have our guilty Canadian pleasures, okay? And that little 5-foot ball of violence is my guilty pleasure.
Yep, that it is.
Well, we'll just have to wait till you try poutine. Then maybe you'll have two loves.
I mean, they did just open. What is that store called? That Canadian store. Tim Hortons in my town.
Oh, Tim Hortons, the best coffee ever.
Yes, they just opened one of those in my town a couple months ago, so I have to go try it out. But yeah, I don't have any more questions. Do you have any more questions, Jen?
Yeah, I think I can find one more.
Okay.
So I just want to know, like, overall, general, today from when you started, what has been the best part of podcasting and YouTube and everything for you, that you've just absolutely loved, that kind of caught you off guard, and you're like, you had that whoa moment?
So
it's Otaku Mike.
So I don't think I've had that yet. Not like I had it in the hockey one. Mm-hmm. The hockey one, I think once I got to like episode 10, I actually had a big name like reach out to me and say, "Hey, we would love to do be on your show. Would you like to have us?" And I said, "Sure, like I'd love to have you guys. You guys are huge. It'd be great to have you on my little channel." I haven't had that moment yet, but I think the moment that really stands out to me right now is all the peers from the comic book, since I'm so new, reaching out to me and telling me, you got something really good going on here. And I mean, to back that up, I won the Comic Book Community Awards Best New Channel.
He did.
Which is huge because I was the very undersubbed for that category. Against all the people I was going up against, I only had like 210 subs at that point. So I was super new. And to win that from all my peers voting in to me, that was a huge compliment for me. Mm-hmm. And this show that I started Fridays with these guys has been such a fun ongoing show. The guys really enjoy it. Like, people in the community reaching out to you saying, "Hey, you got something really good." Like Mike tells me all the time. Other people that I have not met reaching out saying, "Hey, we would love to be on this show." But I'm very selective of who I pick for this show because I don't want to ruin the chemistry either. Mm-hmm. But like, I think that is the biggest thing right now that's really standing out, is all these people saying, "Hey, you got something really special here."
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading something. No, I agree.
What are you doing? Reading Wolverine over there while we're recording?
I was reading a text message. Sorry. But yeah. I just want to say thank you for coming on, Dan. You are the first person to come on our podcast who is a part of the comic book YouTube scene. So you should feel very honored at this moment.
I'm super honored. You have no idea. If you could see me right now, I'm glowing red. That's how honored I am right now. And I'm a ginger on top of that. So that's even special, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming on. We will leave all your links down below, but pimp yourself out and tell everybody where they can find you.
So you can find me on Dan's Comic Corner on YouTube. You can find all the lives there, all the playbacks. You can find us on Spotify, which Mike will have the links for all of those stuff. On Instagram, you can find us there. I am on just those 3 platforms right now. We're going to expand eventually, but right now we're on those 3, trying to grow even more for those.
Yeah, we'll have to get your 3 other cohorts on the podcast too with you next time.
Yes, they would love that.
When we bring y'all back and we can all talk to all y'all at once, I feel like that would be a lot of people to talk to.
Yeah, it would.
Although they're very structured, so they'll probably wait till you guys tell them they can talk.
You can talk now. It's okay. We
could
give
see
you
it.
permission.
Could see it. Why aren't you talking?
Dan won't allow us to talk until he says, "Okay, Callie, you go."
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on. Jen, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at Bard's Tavern. Check out all the goodies and stuff there. And of course, you can find me everywhere that Instagram is, or Otakuology is. My bad.
Don't forget to also rate and review the podcast. You can check us out on YouTube as well as Otakuology. And you can find me on the Otaku Mike on YouTube, as well as sometimes lurking around on Dan's channel too, when he invites me on to do stuff, because it's always a fun time over there at Dan's channel. But yeah, we will leave links down below for Dan. Go check him out. He is a wonderful guy. And he's Canadian, so he's really, really nice too. But
true.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys on the next one.
And also, make sure in the future that you check out, because Mike has actually requested that I read a comic. And sometime in the future,
hopefully it's not Wolverine.
No. Oh man, I win. No. At some point, we are supposed to be covering Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Stranger Things. So stay tuned for that too. But we'll see you next Tuesday.